Thanks for joining. After the intro class, this is day number 2, and we are going to discuss scripts today. First of all, I will walk you through the basic data types in Python, and then uh, we will solve few of the questions. I'm going to show you that how you can go and create the scripts. But even doing any scripting work, we should know basics like what are the data types we have, what are the things that we can do within the Python capabilities and all those things. So we should know those things, right? So what is our goal as a network engineer? That we want to automate our networking devices, and where Python is fitting in it. So if you go and check Python, in Python you have data types. In Python, you can go and create the logic related to different type of conditions like if else condition, looping condition like for loop, while loop, uh, and then there are some functions. So let me write here. You can go and create for loop, you can go create while loop, you may have if else conditions. Then you can go and define class functions. So you can go and define function. This is one of the strength that we have in the programming languages, the functions. You can go and define functions. And what is the usability of these functions? Functions are intended to do one task. So for example, you want to generate RCA for a router, right? And in that RCA, you want to go and check that routing feasibility. So in that case, you will go and check, is that router running OSPF or EIGRP or BGP? So what you will do, you will go and create different functions for different protocols. One function for OSPF detail, one function for BGP detail, one function for EIGRP details. Then you can go and check that the issues related to OSPF, BGP, or EIGRP, then you can go and create 3 more functions like issues with these protocols. Then you can go and check that how they are storing their data in routing table. So for that, you can create one function. So point here is this, that whenever you are creating function, make sure that your function is easy to operate. One function is doing one task. Since we have object-oriented programming, OOB type of a structure, object-oriented programming. Uh, we have inheritance, inheritance features like, we have abstractions like these by default nature means these are the features that we have in the programming languages. That point here is this, that one function can be called in other function. So later on, you'll go and create one main function. In that, you can go and define function 1, function 2 up to function n, right? And then your script, your task, that whatever task you are or whatever automation you are doing with your automation knowledge, that you are dividing your automation task within functions, and then you have one main function that can go and add up all these functions or call all these functions, and then you will get one desired output. That is the overall goal of the automation. With automation, with a script, you can go and execute certain tasks with help of different type of functions, right? Now, these functions you can again correlate. So suppose our background is networking and we work on modular switches. So if you go and compare these functions with some modular switch, for example, earlier we have popular switches like 6500, 6800, etc., etc. Now we have different type of Nexus switches and other switches.
Nexus. Yeah. Mhm.
But if you go and compare these with modular switches, you'll come to know that modular switches means what? Modular switches means that you have one switch module where you have independent power slots, where you have independent line cards, where you have independent supervisor engine, etc., etc. But overall, all these components, they are fitting within one framework and then providing one service, that is switching service. right? Likewise, you can think a program, that within a program you have different type of modules. Those modules are nothing but the functions, each functions having their specific role, and that program will provide you some services. Later on, if you go and stitch these different scripts, you connect these different script in one script, that will become your software package. Okay, so different scripts that you have, you can define in software package. But when we are talking about software package, then we have to go and check what is the front end, what is the back end, means what is the user interface, what is the application, and what is the database. So now that is like three-tier architecture when we are talking about full-fledged applications, life cycle of applications or software life cycle. That will come later on in this training. You will understand slowly those things as well. But with help of programming languages, you can go and communicate with database. You can develop the applications. You can develop the front end, that is the user interfaces as well. That's everything you can do. At the moment, our core task is to learn, understand the programming fundamental. What is the key components of program? What are the capabilities? So you can see the data types, the logic that we have, then functions. Then very important, we have the file handling. File handling means that you can take something as an input like text or Excel or PDF, and then you can generate different type of outputs like, again, text, CSV, Excel, PDF, etc., etc. Maybe your output may be some nice diagram as well. Maybe your output will be nice CSV file as well. So those outputs also you can generate. Then you can go and do the error handling as well. Right, so at least these five tasks as a network engineer we should know: the data types, the logics, the functions, the file handling, error handling, right? Error handling, exception handling, etc., etc. If you know these frameworks, these things, then you can, with respect to
Right.
network automation, you can do anything.
Yeah, Ratnesh, actually, so the config checks or, the config pushes or, modifications, everything will come under functions, right? Like in this
Everything
modules.
come under these
Okay.
five tasks, these five things:
Okay. Got it.
config
Yeah.
push, config check, logic, everything.
Okay. Got it. Thanks.
All right, so let's check all these. So what I have done in this blog, it is a small lab blog, Python training, that you have five modules in this. And for example, first module you will see you can see here data types, variable, expression, statements, and function. This is just the introduction. So you should understand that what type of data types we have. We have data type integer, we have data type decimal, we have boolean like true, false, we have a string, we have list. These are the very normal data structure, data type. But we have complicated data structure as well, such as dictionary. That dictionary is one of the data structure that we are going to use more and more. We'll check that. Now, in this same lecture, in the same place, you can see that definition of variable. Variables are nothing but the placeholders, right? So you can go and define something here, and in some other call, you can define some other thing. So variables are stored data values and create when you assign the value. We know that. It's like very simple thing, variable. That can change during the call.
Correct.
Then
Correct. Yeah.
expression. What is expression? Expression is something that this is combination of values, variable, and operators. So here you can see total ports equal to port count plus 4. So here you can see that port count is one variable. This is one operator, plus, minus, uh, multiplication, etc.,
Right.
etc. These are the operands, and then this is a value, some number, right? So expression is combination of all these things. Then final, what is a statement? A statement, instruction that Python interpreter can execute. So I have hostname equal to switch 12345, and then I can go and define one statement called print hostname. So it will go and print switch 12345. So that is the statement. So variable that can store some value can be changed. Expression is a combination of values, values, variable operators, and a statement that how you are sending that instruction to Python to execute it. Okay, this is a very basic thing. Then we have comment. You will see during the program if you want to write something within your program. So your program is there, right? If someone will read your program, they may not understand. So what you can do that you can put comments that this particular function will do this task. This particular function will do this task, right? What is your goal of your program? You can define as a comment so other person can understand your program. Or even when you are visiting your program, you'll understand that which block is doing what. Okay, so we have the single line comment, we have multi-line comment as well. During the program scripting, I'll show you these examples. Then indentation, this is also very important thing. Indentation means that whenever you are giving any type of condition, after that you have to leave some four spaces and then you go to the next statement. If you do not do that, then you will get indentation error. Okay.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
So suppose you see this example here, the host name equal to switch 01, and then we have the if condition, if true, and just below if we have this print statement. So now if we go and try to execute this statement, let me try to run this program. If I come here and try to run this program, see, is what it will tell that eval code async. Here you can see the error, indentation error. Expect an indented block if. Now if we go here and if we give some spaces here, 1 2 3 4, and then if we go and execute this script, you can see the output, right? So this output is that you have now proper indentation, so you are not getting any error here. Now here you can see this line is not getting printed. Why? Because this is commented.
Commented.
This is
Yeah.
the
Okay.
comment. So comment, Python interpreter will ignore that because this is part of comment. Okay. What is this statement? This statement is nothing but variable assignment. Hostname equal to switch 01. Later on, if you go and give hostname equal to 101 and try to execute, then you will see that now the output is 101. What is this statement? This statement is statement, right? So here you have seen the definition that what is expression, what is variable, what is a statement, what is single line comment, what is multi-line comment, all those things even here also you can run. So I have created this blog in a way, I have connected the Python library here. So you can execute your programs here as well in this blog. Any program you can develop and run here as well. Okay. All right.
Sure. Yeah. Sure,
Great.
Ratnesh.
So now let's check one more thing and then we'll do the scripting for today. So the last thing, let me see, I should not have, okay, yeah, last thing I have here. Okay. So last thing I have explained here in this blog is the function. What is function? Function is a block of code that perform a specific task. Like, this is the definition, but in a function, can I go and add 10 tasks? Yes, you can go and define a function that can do 10 different tasks, but that is not a standard way of writing a function. Whenever you are defining a function, make it clear that your function is very, clear to understand and doing one task at a time. That's the same logic we have with the API as well. Later on, when you learn API, application programming interfaces in future, then you will come to know that APIs are, first of all, machine understandable format. I will tell you about this story as well. But APIs are something that they are doing one task or certain task or a specific task. Likewise, you can define your functions as well. There are similarities in between function definition, or we should create like that. So one function should do one task, like one API call will do one task. Now APIs. the output of API can be input of other function, right? The output that what we are getting with one API execution
API.
can be input to other API. So the output of API can be ingested to other API that can take this as an input. Okay. Likewise, the output of one function can be input of other function, and then other function, and then other function, and then other function. So that means you can nest the API calls, you can nest the function calls. Okay. So that is very key point, very important thing to know.
Yep.
All right, so here
Yep.
you can see that we have one function, how we are defining the function. So when you're defining the function, you can go and define. So this is the function definition. This is the function definition. You have, let me copy and write here. Like def def and greet. This is just the name. You can give any A, B, C, whatever, alpha, beta, gamma, whatever name, A, B, C, D, whatever. And then the bracket. Now within this bracket, you can go and pass the argument. You'll will understand about this. So you can see that function, function and parameters and argument, right? So within function, if you can see that I have VLAN ID and VLAN name within function, they are nothing but they are called as a parameter. So once you go and define this, I'll come back to that. Let's focus on this first. So here you can see that I have one function. I can go and define the function like this. How we can go and define? You can see def abcd and then the print statement. After four spaces, we have the print statement. But if I execute this function, it will not give you any result. See, no output. Why? Because once you define the function, then you have to go and call this function as well.
Oh, okay.
If you do not call the function, it will not print anything. Okay, so now you can see that it is printing hello, welcome to the network management system. Okay, now this
Yes. Yeah.
function at the moment this is empty. We do not have anything within the brackets, and that's the power of function. Within the function, you can go and define the variables. So those variables that you are defining within the functions, they are nothing but the parameter. VLAN ID, VLAN name, they are nothing but parameter. But if you go and put some value here, like VLAN ID 10, this is the value, and the VLAN name is management. This is the value. So this will become argument. So we have parameter and argument. This is the variable and this is the value. Okay. The next time if I call this, let me show you this example here. Try to understand. This is very, very good example. That's why I took care. So if we go here and call this function and if we run this, you can see that configuring VLAN 10 and the
Well
name
done.
management, right?
Management.
But
Yep.
next time if I go and call this, so let me copy this and here I will put 20 and here I put HR. Now you will see that the same function, since we are calling with two different arguments, like say this is the parameter, within that function you have parameter, and then these are the argument, these are the values. Next time you are calling with different value and you can see that they are changing the value. So I can call this 100 time as well. I have maybe I have 200 VLANs and 200 different VLAN names. So I can call it and then it will print all the VLAN and VLAN name. But this is very much like a static thing. Later on, automatically it will print all those things for us. Okay. So up to here, I hope you understand basics. Please go through this chapter number 1. Now what we are going to do, we are going to do some practical hands-on. So what I have done that I booked a lab. I booked a lab here, and in this lab, I'm going to show you a few things. Just a sec. What we'll do today now that this lab, I will perform one task. The task will be that we will try to develop one script that will log into the device and get some information. So let's see the credentials here, and we have what is that IP 10.10.20.48. So I'm going to use this cat 8kv, and then this Ubuntu box that we have here. Even you can install your own instance of Ubuntu as well in your system, right? And from there also you can try. Both is
Yep.
fine. So let me try to open my uh, empty putty or something where I can go and log into the server. 10.10.20.50, right? And what's the username password? Let's check. 2050 developer Cisco. Okay. So I bookmark one of the server here. Let me check. I can connect. Yes. Let me try to log in. Oops. Okay. So this is the Ubuntu. Maybe let's see what is this Ubuntu or what type of OS Linux server is this. We can go and check this. Little bit slow. Cat Etsy OS release. Yeah, this is Ubuntu 2204. Okay, that's great. No problem. Now, when you are developing a script, right, that will go and log into the device. So you need to go, and later on you'll come to know that there are different type of packages. So in Python, we have different type of packages. Someone has written some software packages, and we can utilize those packages. So if we want to log into the devices, what we are doing generally, we are doing SSH, right? SSH
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
username, password, we can log in. Now, those type of connection, those are connection handling. Those type of connection handling is already there in Python packages such as Paramiko, NetMiko, and there are some different modules as well like NapLM, etc. So we are going to use a standard login method for these devices. One of the standard method is NetMiko. Okay, so with help of NetMiko, we will go and import the connection handler, right? And then we'll try to log into the device. So how we can do that? Let's try to understand. So I'll go and create one file, nano, suppose one underscore login. So you're creating your first Python script. I'm going to create. Then your extension will be .py. So we are opening one file here.
Okay.
Now
It's
we
just
have
a
this.
file name.
This is the
That's it.
file name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we'll go and try to code it. So we need to import a package. So I will go and type from netmiko. I want to import the connection handle. Connection and handle I need. So from netmiko, I want to import package for connection handle. I want to connect to the device. So connection handle.
That is a name, function name.
Yeah,
Okay.
function name. Yeah. The system is little bit slow.
Yeah.
Connect handler. Okay. Now what we will do? I will go and provide the details about this particular device. So I am going to create one dictionary. Dictionary means that it is a special type of data structure or data types in Python that has key and value. So we'll go and create one device, a dictionary named device, and in that I will go and store the key and value pair. So let's do that.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll go and give the name.
Still, I cannot see. Maybe it's loading, right? It's not completed.
Yeah, it's not coming here. So what I'll do, let me open my Ubuntu from my system, and then I'll copy paste here because it's actually very slow today. So let me try connect my WSL minus T Ubuntu 22.04. Okay, I'll do one thing. Make directory. What's the automation? So automation classes, and we'll go inside that. And again, I'll create make directory week one, and then I'll go ahead and create nano login to the device. Okay, and then here I'll write my script. So what I want from
Let me go.
net Miko import connection. So connect handler, right? Then we'll go and create a dictionary for devices. The dictionary name is device, and in this we'll go and put the key and value pair within the flower braces. So what is the key? Key will be device type, and then you can give colon. So this is key and then the value, and then the comma. So value will be Cisco, for example, Cisco iOS. Like
Yeah.
that we can continue. So again, I can go and create like this key value, key and yeah, value comma, and then again key and value comma, because we need the host name, username, and password. So one, two, three, last one, key and value. So let's go and give key colon value, and we can go and close the parenthesis. So let's skip the values here. The host for this device, we know I know that
IP address. Yeah.
10.10.20.48, and then the
Developer.
username, and then the password. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So this is the dictionary about the device details. Okay. Now what we want? We want to connect to the device and we want to get some result. So now I want to create connection. I want to connect to the device with the connection handle that we have. We create this connect handler. So we'll use that connect handler. And then we want to connect to the devices with some arguments. So device that we have created, right? So now we are connected. Now, if you are successfully connected, then you will print that you are connected to the device, right? What is the device and what is the host name? So you can even print and you can go and print that I am connected, and where you are connected, that you can go and provide the detail. So I am connected with the device, and what's the device? The host name. So now we'll try to execute this script. See, this is first line is the package netmiko. From netmiko, you are using the connection handle. Then you are creating the dictionary, the username, password detail about that device you want to connect, and then actual connection. So this will try to connect to the device, and then I want to print that I am connected to that particular host. Now what we will do that we will execute this script. So we need to go and save this script. So for that you type Control O, enter Control X. Now we will go and run this script. So I'll come here, Python 3, enter. So you can see the error directly. You can see the error here. What is the error? It is telling that I don't know who is netmiko. So netmiko is one
Right.
of the Python package. We need to install it. So I can go
Okay.
and install pip install netmiko. Now it will contact to the library, Python library, and it will install that. You can see that it is installing text FMS, it is installing paramiko, NTC template, so many things that is there in netmiko by default.
Okay.
You can see that it has installed these many things.
Yep.
SCP, paramiko, csafe, YAML, and all those things. So now let's try to run that one more time. Let's see what error it will throw. Okay, so we have some error. That's good. What it is telling, let's try to understand. So it is telling that another exception, some exception is and coming, paramiko is not found, this is not found, that is not. So many exceptions, right? No existing session. It is unable to log in or try to connect to the devices. So no problem. First, let me try to check from here I am able to reach or not. We are able to
Yeah.
reach, right?
Reachability is there. Yep.
Okay, so we'll do one thing. There are some exceptions here that in the exception handle classes or error handle classes will clear it. But what I will do here, we'll go and check the file name first. This is my program. I'll copy this program. I'll go to the this place. Let me try to execute that program from here, from the same system. Control O, Control X. Okay. And then, oops. Let's see what Pythons are there. Okay, Python 3 is there. Also do not have
No netmiko pip install.
install. So I'll use pip3 here because I am running Python 3. So pip3 install netmiko. Let me do that. Miko. Enter. Wow. So what it is telling? Pip is not existing. No problem. I'll use pip. It's a little bit slow. Give some time. Okay. So what it is telling that pip What tips along? So some issue is there. Okay, no problem. We'll do one thing.
Yeah.
Run this Python 3.8 maybe or other instances, not Python 3, but maybe 3.8, 3.10. And with that, try to check this. See, these are the programming issues. Once you start working on the scripting, you will see these issues. But you can solve these issues. So let me try to check this. But since NetMiko is not there, this script will not work. So somehow we have to go and fix this issue.
Yes, Ratnesh. Yeah. Understood.
Let me quickly check this. One second. Let me open that. Let's troubleshoot this for some 10 minutes. One second. We'll troubleshoot this together. Why it is not installing this pip? Let's try to check. This is a classical set issue, not a. Okay. Let's run some checks here. Python environment help global. You don't need to do all these things. You need to focus on the scripting part.
Correct, correct. But these issues will come and then we need to
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
solve
So
that.
that's why I'm recording as well these things that you can take help from ChatGPT and all, and you can try to resolve. So what it is telling. Okay, so once I'm getting this, uh, again I'll go and paste this to the chat prompt until we have the solution. We're very close. Okay, we need to refresh. No problem. Let's follow this. One thing is very slow. Is active. It is showing that this is active. Copy this. So simply selecting this, it is getting copied. So we need to follow these three steps and then we are good. Then, okay, that's great. I can see that This is working now.
It's working. Yeah. It's installed.
A bit slow, but that's fine. So that's the reason, that's the reason we are building our own Ubuntu. So we'll not depend upon these Ubuntus. You can see it's very slow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Ratnesh, one more doubt actually. Is that only 22 is version is supported, or it's 24 TLS? I mean, 24 version is
24
also okay.
version, everything is supported. All Ubuntu,
Yeah,
22,
24
24.
is good actually. Yeah, I can
Yes.
install it without any issues. Yeah.
Okay, so 24 also you can install. Yeah,
Okay,
it's no
good,
problem.
good. Okay.
Why it is stacking? It's taking time. We'll wait for few more seconds. Let me pause the recording. Meanwhile, recording here. So what we have done that we have do that pip install netmiko, right? And now you can see that while running the script, we are getting the output. I am connected. Where it is connected, it is now connected to this particular machine, right? And nano. Now you can see that the script is this, where I am connected now. And now suppose if I want to add one output here, one command I want to see, say output equals to connection. I want to connect to the device and I want to send some command. So I want to send command, for example, show version. Oops,
Okay, got it.
show version. So let's try to do that. Send the command show. Oops, show version. One extra character is there. I need to remove. Okay, show version, and then obviously you want to see the output, right? So then you want to print the output.
Oh, okay.
Let me copy this because this is script I'll give to you. Oops, what I have done. I have copied and pasted here only. But anyways, don't worry. Let's see
Yeah,
this error also.
yeah.
Two times we have copy pasted this. So let me Control O, Control X, enter. No, I need to enter
Again,
it
again stuck.
here. But you can see this is script, right? And
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, yeah.
oops, I can see. Okay. So I'll go here, other editor, it's other page, and okay, it's working now. Python 3.8.1. Yeah, it's because of this issue. No problem. I can edit this file here. This copy paste having issue. This script having some syntax error. You see here, this copy paste issue is there. So I'll do one thing. Nano one. Enter. Let me quickly edit. I can come down. Control K. If you type Control K, then line will get deleted.
Okay.
So I'll come to the bottom and type Control K. Okay, I can see my page there. This could be a little bit faster. But you have seen my point here that you are connected. Later on, we'll send and receive some output like this. So we'll examine this in the next class because we have to do multiple things. So we'll do that. Okay, let me stop the recording because